I
Good
love the new
morning.
intro. Good
I do
morning.
too.
Okay, so
Good
just so
morning.
everybody's caught up, I was running around doing school stuff for my kid and I haven't talked to Linda at all. Linda, what are we talking about today?
I thought we'd talk about ways to block out your time as the busy season starts in, whether it's your business or your personal stuff. Nothing is getting taken away. There's lots of things being added to people's time, and it can feel a little overwhelming, but there are ways to deal with it. And I just kind of wanted to put that out there that you don't have to everything doesn't have to be done at once.
I'm
You know,
taking
the
next
old,
week off.
I am so excited that you're
I
taking next week
closed
off. That
the
is awesome.
business. No lives next week, no meetings next week. I am shut down and just spending time with family.
That
Um,
and that is wonderful. That is
but with
wonderful.
that being said, I do have a lot of stressors around it. So so just so everybody knows, we do practice what we preach sometimes.
I'm actually traveling next week as well. Um, and I saw that you took some time yesterday and did a hike. Good for you.
Yeah, I've just been really overwhelmed on a lot of things, and sitting in front of the computer wasn't helping. And I have a partner who is he is able to carry me off the mountain if I need carried off the mountain. So
That's awesome.
we did it's a smaller hike. It's like a mile, but it's a lot of rocks. It's if you're local to Grand Junction, it's called Devil's Kitchen. And there's you walk some sand and then you go up rocks. And so it was nice. I definitely could feel it once we got back to the vehicle. We were debating on a second because they're short trips. We were debating on a second one, and my old man, which is what we've renamed my leg, decided no, we're good, and so we went home and took a 2-hour nap, um, which was amazing. It was a great day to just stop and relax. But I have my Wednesdays planned to where I can do that if needed. And I think that goes along with what you're talking about calendaring, right?
Right.
If you have a day that, if you just need a mental day, take it. I'm working with my kid right now, and he has a lot of days where, like, we got walking pneumonia in the family. So he's been sick from school, um, having the space to have mental days for your kids, for yourself, for for all of those spaces, sometimes you just need them.
And one of the reasons I brought it up is for those of you watching, look at how Brittany lit up when she talked about her day yesterday and talked about taking downtime next week. That's not just a look on her face, that's a lightening of her being. And we need to do that for ourselves. And it's not just work related, you know, break the things that you've got coming up down into manageable chunks. If you are cooking the big meal next week, get the supplies, have them ready. If you can pre cook anything or get it pre prepared, do that over time so that when the day comes, you're not spending 20 hours in the kitchen instead of now sometimes 20 hours in the kitchen is better than
I love 20
mingling
hours
and,
in the
and
kitchen,
things. But do the things that, yeah,
but it is
do,
stressful.
do the
Holiday,
things that allow you to get through. They can
yeah,
be very
exactly.
stressful.
And that's one of the things to keep in mind always is when you have, stressful things coming up, or when you're doing things that are people. Look, people is exhausting. Even if you people all day in your business, It is exhausting, and different people take different energies. So very much if you know I'm going to be in the kitchen 20 hours, all of these people are going to be in the living room doing football, doing those things. Nobody's going to help me. I'm going to do this myself. Sometimes those are the situations. And
Mhm.
sometimes it's okay, I know I need a break. So once everything's on the stove and in the kitchen, assign somebody to, hey, can you just stir some things? I'll be back in 10 minutes. Take a break. Walk away.
Mhm.
If you do have a team, if your family are those people who you have all the cooks in the kitchen and all the eaters in the in watching the parade and the football, right? If you have that segregation, that's amazing. But even then, it's overstimulation for some people. So understand, take 10 minutes, walk away, go outside, enjoy the cold, brisk air. Those things are allowed. And I think that we so much think we have to be here, have to be here, have to be on it. The problem is if you're on it, on it, on it, you're going to burn out and you're going to snap at somebody and it's going to be the little kid that's just trying to put olives on their finger.
There's one in every family.
My whole family does it. It is a
Oh,
trait
fun.
that is taught to us from a little age, and so we do it from little to big. We're the olive people, but for the
But gotta
most
have your
part
big, huge serving of olives so everybody can have.
yeah, exactly. We get like 6 cans, that way everybody's
Yeah.
got olive fingers. But really be present to how are you feeling? Check in with yourself and take that space.
And just know that whether you think you're feeling the energy or not, you are. You're absorbing it. So also, if you can and you have the bandwidth to do so, maybe help change the energy in the room if it needs to be changed. And so don't fall victim to what's going on around you. If it's a negative energy and it's bringing you down, help help turn it around because usually all it takes is one person, and doing it. Don't start an argument, but doing it nicely. And for those who the holidays are joyful, the same thing. Help keep that energy high. You know, after everybody's had their turkey and they're all snoozing on the couch, that's a good time to kind of down stress. You don't have to immediately clean up the kitchen or the table. Now, if you got dogs running around that are pulling turkey bones off the counter, that might be, bag that up, put it away for a minute, but it's not going anywhere. You can give it a little bit of time and just kind of
And
relax.
And remember, if you're a high energy person, to allow the
Yeah.
low energy people space. If you see
Yeah.
somebody burning out, step in for them, let them go because sometimes they don't feel like they can. So allow
They
that
don't want to
space.
ask. They don't want to be a bother. Yeah.
Linda, I don't know if you saw sometime this week, I posted there was a dancing couple. Like I like watching those improv dancings where
Yeah.
people don't know each other, but they dance. And I posted, I miss being that crazy. Like I used to have a partner that we would just randomly dance in the kitchen or in the
Uh,
house or, music was really lively. And I posted that I miss that. And when you were talking about like bring the energy back, I was thinking the Macarena. Like
oh, there you
somebody
go.
throw some Macarena on Alexa or Google and just have the whole kitchen break out in a dance party, right?
There you
Create
go.
something to create laughter and connection. Charlie Brown is always fun, but it's still like low key music, right? So think of something that can really just switch up some kind of, create some joy. Carols are great, but let's be honest, it's Thanksgiving still, guys.
I know. I know. I'm a little irritated that Christmas has been out before Halloween.
hmm
That's just my bugaboo.
Yep. It's always
I
rough.
I like I like to enjoy each holiday for itself and not be encroached upon my other holidays.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. And doing the Macarena and doing stuff is definitely something that I think would be really fun just to give your family and friends something different and just a different mood changer if needed.
You can do
So yeah.
karaoke wars.
Ooh, some karaoke. I think I need to. I'm sure there's a karaoke game. I'm sure there's karaoke on the Switch. My kid's over here watching me, so I'm gonna sink them into looking for some karaoke on the Switch. I think we could do something like that. But I think it would be fun just to have some good stuff and have something different.
Yeah. You'll be
Customs
singing into
and
the drumsticks. Come on, have some good
right.
time. Light
Yeah.
food, that's a little bit like no food fights, but unless you take it outside.
Okay, you're talking to the wrong person. We do all kinds of food fights.
We did too, and it made my mother very upset. So
So fun.
mashed potatoes, they're the best.
Yeah. But no, and really just really how can you lighten everybody's spirits and keep everybody in that positive mode and if there's people not in the positive mode, how can you support them in that? Hey,
Yeah,
I see you need a
give them a
break.
break. Yeah.
Go take a break. I'll take over here. Or if it is that household where that one person is in the kitchen, maybe even offering sometimes, whether they say yes or no, even giving an offer, at least allows them to know you appreciate what they're doing.
Or if it's like with my mother-in-law, we stopped asking because she always said no, so we just went in and started doing things, and she finally got the idea, and then she would just give us direction instead of letting us, shooing us out of the kitchen, and my mom was the same way. Some of that's very generational as well, and if you're the person that's always trying to be the peacemaker and do that, I know that can be kind of a drag. It's like, oh, I got to do this again, but peace for a day is kind of worth it.
Yep.
So, and get others to pull in and help. If that means, don't get super radical and have everybody scream at you when you unplug the TV so they can't watch their football. But you know, find ways to incorporate all of that into the scene.
And
There's
find
lots of
some fun family games. Find some things that everybody can do together. Create some space for everybody. It'll be good.
yeah. Mom used to have us. We could all serve ourselves dessert, and then so if that meant my brother took the whole pumpkin pie instead of just a piece, but you know there was so much food, and that way we got to choose, and we could dress up our dessert however we wanted,
Yep. I love
and that
that.
gave
That's
a little
awesome.
creativity. And you can always bring out the gingerbread house or the Oreo house, and the kids can go make their can have. My cousins do. They have a contest every year, and all the kids have a gingerbread or an Oreo house, and they build, and then everybody votes on which one is the best one.
I love that. And we're talking a lot about family, and I kind of,
Yeah.
there is space for friends, there is
Yes.
space for business. I know that there's as entrepreneurs, here's the thing, right? Sometimes the best Thanksgiving, depending on the person, could be friends. The best
Hmm.
Thanksgiving, depending on the person, could be doing business. So maybe there's things out there where there's, business groups that are meeting. And if you're a business person and you just want to kind of fall into business, then go fall into business. Find other people to celebrate with, to be joyous with, instead of being inside of your shell. Do spend that time kind of finding people who can enhance your holiday on the right level. Friendsgiving, business giving, maybe that's something that we do. Maybe we all have an hour where we just communicate with the people that we're grateful for and with and give them a space.
And one of the things Lydia got me doing, although I'm not doing it this year, is especially if you're alone, go to your local VFW or one of those places and serve Thanksgiving dinner. Go to the homeless shelter and serve. That takes you out of yourself and it allows you to do something nice for someone else. And then maybe you don't feel so down about your own circumstance. But that's something that I enjoy doing, and I'm going to be out of town this year. I might see if we can do it in Albuquerque. But just taking the morning and helping set up and making sure that our veterans and our homeless people have a have a nice celebration and plenty of food.
I love that. That's a great idea to just give back, especially if you're
Yeah,
wondering what you're going to do for the holidays because you don't have those things going on. I think
right.
that's amazing. Um, I think that's a great idea. Awesome, Linda. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of the things that we talk about. We are at time, everybody. So QR codes are over there. Nope, they're over there. I can't do. I even vogued and couldn't figure it out. They're on that side. But very much, we
Yeah, I did
would
the same
love.
thing.
Yeah. We would very much love to just see everybody and be a part of everything. It's amazing when we get to just be a part of what you're doing and know what you're up to. But please keep mental space for yourself, keep calendar
Yeah,
time for yourself, and really just enjoy your friends, family, or business co-parts that you're enjoying the holidays with. We look forward to seeing you all not next week. I'm off, closed. I am
2 weeks.
closed. We will see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But if you heard anything that you really enjoy and really want to talk about getting in depth of how can I recreate that calendar, how can I do things, reach out to us. Our QR codes are right here. If you liked this episode, we've got 13 other ones. I think a little bit more. I think I'm off on the time counter, but we've got episodes. Go watch our others on our YouTube. We look forward to seeing you all. Thank you guys so much.
Bye.